welcome back to this edition of Ketchup. I'm your host, BFresh, bringing you news, entertainment, and so much more. Hey, I'm kidding. Thank you guys so much for tuning in last week. Again, this is just a weekly update show to bring you guys some information. 15 minutes, so let's get into it. I hate when she says that, but I was like, let's get into it. Anyways, you guys, I have so far declared the world closed. That's right, we are closing shop. Nobody in and nobody out. There's just too much going on. Closed. Please let everybody know they are not in our ass. We are still in a pandemic. I know most people have kind of lightened up on the information. California alone, as of today, there have been 2-point increase on the total number of cases. That's right, we're at 136,191 cases with a 2% increase. We also have a 1.7 increase on deaths, you guys. 4,776 people have died from COVID-19, and we have reported in the worldwide over 2,540,798 cases. You guys, cases are still rising all over. We want to make sure we are taking the necessary precautions by wearing your mask, washing your hands, and social distancing. Continue on in 2020. Yes, you guys, I have put the American flag for a reason. So much is going on, resulting in we either stand, we can't kneel, hand up your heart. Like, what is going on? Yes, you guys, until we see change and the flag truly represents what it's supposed to represent, we're going to continue speaking of history, you guys. This Pledge of Allegiance was written by a pastor who was a minister named Francis Bellamy, you guys, back in August of 1892. This was not the original saying. It was, I pledge allegiance to my flag and the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. He was a socialist. He was a man of God. He wanted justice and liberty and equal opportunity for anyone, all citizens. But unfortunately, you guys, I'm going to bring light to something. There have been some people, some imposters out here. I'm just as shocked as you guys are about to be. But we still have, you guys, dramatic music, please. Dun, dun, dun. We still have blackface in 2020. Oh my goodness. You guys, that's the only explanation I can have for these people. And there are so many more that are out there, but I'm not mentioning your name right now. It's only a 15-minute show. What are you guys doing out here? You are not the voice for black people. I'm going to tell you guys. Apparently to them, we're the ones with the vivid imagination that we just are making things up, and this is not really going on. I'm just shocked as you are. There's just white people trapped. They're just white people with black faces. Yes, apparently to them, racism doesn't exist. Candace Owens does speak to George Floyd, saying that he was not a hero. Well, was he Candace a villain? I don't understand. I'm going to show you guys a clip to what I'm referring to, but I want to bring you guys to this. Now, she's always on the wanting to speak to the larger platform and a larger audience. If you want to speak to black people, you would go on the Roland Martin show, because let me tell you, he is a phenomenal journalist who speaks to issues regarding African-American people. Now, if you were African-American, I don't know, I would think you would want to go on his show. Having over 513,000 YouTube subscribers, you decide to go on Glenn Beck's show with only 343 YouTube subscribers and speak this type of rhetoric, which just makes me so mad. Let's take a look at this clip.
At the time, is this really the guy that Black America, I mean, they were very careful to pick Rosa Parks. Is this the symbol of Black America today?
I'm going to say yes, it is a symbol of Black America today, and it's a symbol of a broken culture in Black America today, and people are not willing to talk about, again, how we contribute to our own demise. The fact that he has been held up as a martyr sickens me. George Floyd was not a good person. I don't care who wants to spin that. I don't care how CNN wants to make you think he changed his life around, or MSNBC wants you to believe he was just, after his sixth stint in prison, I think, or fifth stint in prison, really going to change things around. It's just not true.
I'm as lost as you. That being said, we are not making George Floyd out to be some type of hero. Just because of his past, it doesn't define how he should die. The point, the fact was that he died at the hands of a police officer, and he was murdered in broad daylight. That is why we are out protesting. That is why we are out speaking about this in all platforms, whether it's housing market, education, jobs, police brutality. And then you have Terry Crews. I'm shocked. But a lot of people are saying this is not new for Terry Crews. He did not stand up for Gabrielle Union when she was kicked off the show America's Got Talent. Then he wants to go out and say something like this, which I clearly don't understand. Please, somebody help me. So he goes on to Twitter and says, defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is the truth. Like it or not, we are all in this together. Now, I so much like, if you guys don't know who Kevin on Stage is, you need to follow rights. What do the whites have on Terry Crews? That's another thing. Either they're getting paid by these white people to go out there and do this type of stuff, or like I said, they're just in blackface. White people that are in blackface. I don't know, but I'm with you. And somebody else said black supremacy is a racist dog whistle. Anytime black people demand authority or dignity, we're called terrorists or black supremacy. Not new and still not true. I'm with this guy right here when he said the best time to delete this tweet was immediately after sending it. The second best time is now. Person I also wanted to bring light to is Ben Carson. He is the United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, and apparently he's not doing much. Recently, a tweet came out by number 45, the president. I'm allocating $2.96 billion in emergency solutions grants to support homeless Americans and those at risk of becoming homeless because of job or wages loss or illnesses due to COVID-19. We are taking care of our nation's most vulnerable citizens. Thank you, Secretary Carson. Now, a lot of people are saying we want to know and see where this money is going to go, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see. You guys to please explain to me these photos that have recently surfaced on the internet. Black lives don't matter, and I do have a little bit more to show you. If you guys ever heard of a news channel called Fox News, the news media sometimes makes it so difficult to stay on track and stay on focus on what the Black Lives Movement is about and why we are speaking and why we are out protesting. You have a news station like Fox News. These people right here, host Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson. Do you have no heart? A major news station that has a huge platform, and they still will not even acknowledge what happened to George Floyd. No, they want to take what we're doing that's positive and spin it to something negative. And for what reason? To bring us down, to make us look like we're not worth anything? I don't even understand how this news station is still on the air, spewing so much rhetoric and hate. Let's take a look at this clip recently that aired on Fox News, and we need to hold this station accountable to what they are allowing their journalists to get on national television and speak. Let's take a look.
Children. They try to make black neighborhoods as safe as their own neighborhoods. They would close the payday lenders that add so much misery to the lives of poor people of all colors. But they don't even consider doing any of this. They don't even try. Instead, they encourage theft and mayhem as if that will help. It will not help. This may be a lot of things, this moment we're living through, but it is definitely not about black lives. And remember that when they come for you, and at this rate, they will. Anyone who's ever been subjected to the rage of the mob knows the feeling. It's like being swarmed by hornets. You cannot think clearly. And the temptation is to panic, but you can't panic. You've got to keep your head and tell the truth. Tell the truth. If you show weakness of any kind, they will crush you. Ask Drew Brees. By some accounts, poor Drew Brees is on his fourth apology for the crime of defending the American flag. He decided to apologize, and now they're using him as a propaganda organ, hostage tape after hostage tape. At a moment like this, there is no advantage in cowardice, in being Mitt Romney. You think you're saving yourself, you're just empowering the worst people, people who hate you.
So we're coming after you. What do you think we're gonna do? What are we're just trying to get equality. We're trying to be treated fair and just like everybody else. So when you get on TV and you say we're coming for you and somebody else is watching this, they're going to get in their mindset the same thing that you guys are speaking and think of this being negative, that we're a threat. We are not a threat to you. It's just so much we can talk about, you guys. And then this pops up right here. And then this girl here, Candace Owens, makes a tweet and says, if white privileges exist, why are Asian Americans the most successful group in America? Most successful? So it means white people are not successful? Are you saying Asians are more successful than white people? I need to look at those numbers. If we award people based on race, why are Asians the top earners with the best credit and the highest educational achievements? It's almost as if liberals are completely full of I don't curse, so I didn't say the word. You gotta be kidding me. Let's take a look at this clip right here. Still don't want to speak to the inequality that's going on in the housing market, in the employment department. You don't want to speak to the healthcare issues that African American people face. This is the reason why if you want to give us reparations and give us our acre and a mule, then maybe we will also be in that top percentile. Don't get me wrong. We have African Americans who are educated, who are smart, who have great jobs, who are bringing something to the economy. But you have a lot of us who have been afforded that same opportunity, and that is what we are speaking to. That is why we were out there protesting. News going on. Party goers. Coachella has canceled as well. Dun dun dun, you guys. They are not set to open up according to Billboard due to the pandemic, not until next year, April 2021. And that's only going to be a smaller crowd. So the larger crowd and the larger fans that people are used to, they're not going to have those types of events, not maybe until the later October 2021. So a lot of things are getting canceled. Not only are stores closing down, restaurants closing down, you got Coachella closing down. You guys, they are canceling network shows, okay? Let me tell you guys, Abby Lee Miller, now I like her show. Lifetime is canceling her show, or plans to cancel her show, due to accusations of a racist comment she made towards a little black girl. Now, Abby's always speaking crazy, but you gotta be careful what you're saying. People are holding you accountable. Yes, and Vanderpump Rules fires Stassi and Kristen due to allegations they made about the only black cast member on their show. Said that she falsely was accused of stealing something, but she didn't. So now they're off the show. They have since made apologies, but was it enough? Is it enough? Should they be coming back on? You guys, so much is going on, but I want to tell you guys, please stay committed. Stay committed to what we are trying to do here in the United States of America and all over. Yes, George Floyd was laid to rest this past weekend. Services were going on. Thousands of people got to attend and honoring his life. We want to remember him and so many more. I can't breathe were the words he should not even have had to say right in the hands of police. You guys, protests and marches are still going to be going on, so please get out there, do them safely. We want to remember those who have lost their lives unjustly and continue to say their name. We remember you. And you guys, I want to leave you with this here. The police boss Mike O'Mara went on national TV and said that we should stop treating them like thugs and animals. Let's take a look at this clip, and I want to know what you guys think.
Stop treating us like animals and thugs, and start treating us with some respect. That's what we're here today to say. We've been left out of the conversation. We've been vilified. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Trying to make us embarrassed of our profession. 375 million interactions. Overwhelmingly positive. Nobody talks about all the police officers that were killed in the last week in the United States of America.
He just basically summed it up to what we've been trying to say for the past centuries, right? He said it perfectly. Thank you. That's exactly how we feel. So you guys, remember, we are still able to vote. Although there's voter suppression going on right now in Atlanta recently, polls were shut down. They had to have paper ballots. They were in line for hours. Do you really have to go to this extreme measures just to win the presidency? You did it last time, but you're not going to get it this time. We're going to have the right person at the right time in the right place. So go out and vote. Do not forget. Now, allegedly, July 24th is being canceled, and it's going to be changed to July 19th. So we're going to talk a little bit about that on the next show. But until then, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Ketchup. I'm your host, BFresh. Make sure you subscribe in the link below, leave a comment, and remember, you are the light. So shine on. We'll see you guys next week.